Hi, everybody. Um, Ladies and gents, I have a question for you. What is one of the most important things in life? What do people need? What do they seek for? What is really valuable to every single individual? I know what you're thinking. He's probably talking about some erotic stuff or something. No, people, it's another human connection I'm talking about. It's everything to do with having friends, having family, having colleagues, being part of a community, not being alone. That's one of the most important things in life, right? If you take a look at it from a business perspective, it's called, and we probably all know the term, it's called customer intimacy, having the deepest rooted connection with your clients, right? But if you really want to have like the deepest rooted connection with your clients, we cannot talk about customer journeys or something. We cannot talk about audiences. Those are terms for really groups of people. We are not cattle. We are not a group of cows or sheep. Ladies and gentlemen, we are individuals. Every single one of you is unique. So your customers as well. So this means you probably want to create not customer journeys, but life journeys. And you need to adjust it all the time, not every year, not every month, not every week, every day. Because it changes all the time and it needs to be personalized. So for companies to have like customer intimacy at the highest level, or you want to do something with it, you probably have like three options. Now, option number one is don't do customer intimacy. It's way too expensive. Well, that's probably an option for the losers, probably your competitors, because they are losers, maybe. So don't do option number one. Option number two, this one you need to write down. Option number two, ladies and gentlemen, you take your mobile phone, and with your Proximus account, of course, you dial 0091 and then all the rest of the number. And then you probably arrive somewhere in Mumbai. Yeah, in Mumbai. And you have some great companies over there, but you also have a lot of cheap-ass companies, and they will deliver a shitty job. So don't do option number two. It's for your competitors as well. Now, maybe option number three can be quite interesting. Option number three is implement or take advanced technology and implement it in your lean operations. Now, yeah, you probably think, yeah, okay, we can take AI and AI will do the job for us. But is it even possible to have like a virtual entity create a connection with real people? Well, we did do the test, though. I had like, at the beginning of this year, we had a really big music event in Sport Palace Antwerp. Like 64,000 people were attending, quite a big show. We had 4 shows, and people were waiting. So we created a quiz. People could scan the QR code, and because they were waiting, and they could play the quiz with a virtual quizmaster. The virtual quizmaster was, of course, AI-infused. And the cool thing about it was about an average time of 20% of the time while they were playing the quiz, it was about the quiz. But the other 80%, ladies and gentlemen, was just chatting with a virtual quizmaster about the show, music, things in life, the ups and the downs, etc. And the craziest thing was when a month later, when I closed down the account of the virtual quizmaster, I had some really bad phone calls of people calling me like, excuse me, the quizmaster is gone. Can you please put her back online because I'm still chatting with her? So for me, that was the cue of, OK, we really can create a really intimate relationship between virtual entities and real people. Now, let me go back in time. 6 years ago, I created a fictional TV series. And it's called Thank You Next. yeah, it's actually a good title for here. Thank you. Next, and it's about a real character with the name Emily, and she creates a virtual avatar for school purposes. And you see Marcy over here with the name Marcy. Now, over time, Marcy becomes more realistic. AI is taking over, and Marcy starts to have her own life, and she creates music, and so on. And so suddenly you have like a sort of tension between the real Emily and her virtual alter ego. Now, I can tell you, when I told this kind of format to the TV stations back then, 6 years ago, the TV station were like, okay, Pieter, are you totally crazy in the coconut? I mean, what the hell is artificial intelligence? Nobody believes it. It won't work. We won't do it, period. Okay, fine, another format in the closet or something. No worries. But for the past 2 years, I've been doing some research and development on artificial intelligence because it's cool stuff, of course. Everybody likes it. And so I had something like, you know what? Let's just launch Marcy. Yeah, why not? Because we have the format, we have the profile, we know what she looks like. We just create some music and we just launch her. Let's see what happens because it's fun, right? So suddenly in June, overnight, she was all over the place in media. I even got some phone calls from the Netherlands doing some interviews and podcasts about AI and the music scene and music and entertainment, etc. So it was quite fun. Now, the nice thing about it is that at the moment, Marcy's actually has a contract with Proximus Speaks. So she's one of the TV hosts now at Proximus Speaks alongside the real TV hosts at Proximus. The other thing is, last month, for example, we had even a performance of Marcy at the TMF Awards. So with some kind of hologram technology, she performed live on stage together with Jessie of Jessie featuring the Mackenzies. And we created a duet number with the name Virtual Love. So yeah, it's actually cool that she's living the life I wrote about 6 years ago. And it's not finished. We also have a collaboration with Pelkman's Publishers. And Marcy is writing a book, a futuristic novel, and we will publish it next year. So yeah, Marcy is doing her thing. Now, when we launched Marcy, we had a lot of phone calls of people and company who were asking themselves, is it possible to create some kind of Marcy being for our company? And that's why I joined forces with my colleague Stan Bakens, and we launched a new company, Chroniclefields. So we are a startup, and we are in the middle of an investment round. So if any one of you want to invest, we'll give you our bank account number for sure. And we want to create advanced virtual personalities. That's a term we invented ourselves, AVPs. We call it AVPs. Now, the most important thing is that an AVP, because you have lots of tools to create virtual beings and so on, but we want to do it on another level. For us, everything has to do with customer intimacy. We want to have the deepest rooted connection with fans. So we created our Delta Intimacy model, and it's based on 3 important engines. Engine number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is of course advanced technology. Use AI. We want to develop it ourselves, and we are developing as we speak, and use it in a premium way. That's really important, but everybody does it, no problem. Engine number 2 is infinite storytelling, ladies and gentlemen, but it needs to be infinite. The story will not stop. You cannot just create a fiction series or some storylines and a script, and then you give it to the client and it's finished. No, everything evolves all the way, so it's infinite, multidimensional storytelling. And if you combine those 3 engines with emotional connectivity, because you need to understand your customers, you need to understand the fans, and you want to do something with it. If you combine those 3 things, you have what we think is our strategy, you have the highest level of customer intimacy with advanced virtual personalities. This is a trailer of Chroniclefields.
Vlaanderen heeft een nieuwe popartiest, Marcy Cortega. Het speciale aan haar, ze bestaat niet echt.
Mag ik je voorstellen, Marcy Cortega, het nieuwe muziekfenomeen in Vlaanderen. Al is het nog even wachten op een meet and greet.
Ze vermoeden dat zo iemand, zoals Marcy, binnen zoveel tijd, als ze een paar hits zou kunnen scoren, dat je dan ook met hologramoptredens zou kunnen werken.
Jessie in duet met Marcy Cortega.
In the near future, anyone will have the power to create advanced virtual personalities and interact with them like never before. These virtual beings will grow, adapt, and engage on a deeply personal level. That's why we're building Chroniclefields. Welcome to a new era of human connection, where your imagination becomes reality.
Thank you. Now, this was just a short presentation. I would like to thank you for your time, for having me over here. If you have any question, my colleague and I will stay for the evening. And yeah, we'll talk very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Proximus next. Think possible.